I couldn't use their. I just
Yeah.
had to be careful.
Yeah, but I think the next event we put together, let's just not even get behind a cause. Let's just focus on musicians and music. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and anything goes.
Yeah,
If I want to play Hello Hand or anything by Black
Roadkill
Angel,
Blues by Pete Berwick, and
yeah, yeah.
but
It's a lot easier and a lot more fun, I think. But
I think so. But
we did
this
have a good time.
we had a great time, and this really we really needed to bring light to this. And I was
Yeah.
getting back to the show. I was really happy that Reina Del Cid could come and be a part of it. And then the next one, Sweet Papa Dave. Wow.
Oh.
That was great that we were able to get him on and play that song. I was really just because you had played that
He,
song for me privately, and I was like, God, we got to get this into the show, but we didn't quite have all the paperwork worked out. And then he
yeah.
came
Well,
on, and of
he
course,
tried to scan it and send it to me, and it was kind of funky. So
I
we're
think he
gonna
might
work
have,
on that.
I
But
think he might have scanned the back side of the page instead of the front.
well, this is all new to him.
Yeah.
All this computer stuff. He's just now getting into it, and I mean, I think he's a brave man. I think he's doing well.
Oh, he's doing
But
excellent. Yeah.
he was like J.C. Martin. The minute I met him, I don't know. There was something, the just the way he jumped right into it and put it on his blog. The song that he sent, that got to me really bad. And
Oh yeah.
while we're talking about this, Slow Burn,
Mhm.
not Slow Burn, Tequila Sunrise.
He did it under the song you're talking about, the song he did for the event. He
Yeah,
recorded that with Tequila
Candle of
Sunrise.
Love.
Yeah.
I have always loved that song, and he even changed a couple lines in there to make it,
Oh
perfect
wow.
for this. And I can't thank him enough. He's been a wonderful friend to me ever since we met. He's another one.
Oh
And
yeah.
Rob Mazurek,
The
okay?
Sperminator.
Um, while we're talking about great people,
I can't say enough about Rob. I don't.
yeah.
Oh my God. And he hates it when we do this shit to him because he's very modest.
Well, what kills me, he'll get me laughing so hard I'm in pain in the chat room. I have to keep tissues on my desk. I keep a whole box of them here because of him, because you never know when he's going to go off and wipe out everybody. But then, like that morning we were getting ready for Free the Weed, I got up, grabbed my coffee, and came in here, and first thing I opened this email from Rob, and it was that video of the national anthem. And he had the American flag behind him, and
Yeah.
you see the Statue of Liberty there. And I'm thinking, he's Canadian. And he went through all this trouble to do this for us. It just, oh man, brought tears to my eyes.
Oh yeah. And he didn't. He certainly came through for us again on this last one with the MP3, the national anthem. That was just really.
Yeah,
That's
oh, that
very
was sweet.
moving. It's very moving, very powerful. I thought.
Kevin.
Oh, we know, Rob, but do also know how much we really and truly appreciate it, and we appreciate you. Now, get working on that CD because we keep promoting it, and we're still tapping our fingers, okay?
I can't read the chat.
Yeah, these guys are too much. God. But, we had Sweet Papa Dave on via Skype, and then afterwards it was Jim Cook, right?
Yeah,
That was, oh my God.
yeah.
That really took my breath away.
I hope you don't mind, but I did tell him and Randy Granger anytime they've got the opportunity and they feel like playing, they have an open invitation to our
Oh,
shows.
yeah, of course. Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love to
well,
have those
I
guys.
figured you wouldn't mind, but
No.
and I told
You know
Raina
I
the
don't.
same thing.
Yeah, well, I
I
think
would,
we told Raina that day on the show. Yeah, I would have any of those folks, any of these guys. Matter of fact, any of these guys here on Blog, period, anytime they want to come on here and play a set, I'll be happy to co-host any of them. And I truly mean any of them.
yeah,
There's so many phenomenal musicians on here. We were blessed to have just the guys that we had on the show. But yeah, Jim Cook was just awesome, and it was right about when we really needed it. I think at that point.
Yeah.
You know.
The problem he has is his work schedule.
Right.
Because I think he works at like a later shift, so maybe holidays or vacation or something we might be able to get him. But yeah, he's amazing. All of those guys.
Oh yeah.
That is some nice music.
Oh yeah, and then
and really interesting sounds too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have instruments that you don't see. I've never seen them before.
Yeah, I think only a blessed few has them. Okay, and after Jim, who was on after Jim? That's where I get fuzzy. We played music for a while because we were expecting Eric Klein. Randy Granger. Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. Randy Granger, the guy who played the hung drum. First of all, he was nice. We originally had him booked for 10 o'clock. We were trying to get Eric Klein between 7 and 8. Eric had to reschedule later, and we didn't have an exact time for him. So Randy was kind enough to come on earlier. He came on at 9. I've seen this guy play before. He always blows me away.
Oh, he's so fabulous.
He really is. Very few people are nearly as talented as I think Randy Granger is, just with the variety of instruments that he plays. I mean, all these guys are truly talented, but he was really just phenomenal just because 1 minute he's playing the flute, and then he brings out the hung drum. And there's only like a handful of those that are actually being played throughout the world. That is an extremely rare instrument.
And not only that, but his voice, it goes with it so well.
Oh, it does. It really does. It really grabs you.
I felt bad because we had this little scheduling nightmare. Eric Klein, we were very, very fortunate to be able to get him on the show because he's only going to be in the U.S. for a short while.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do all this by email, and they're trying to reschedule his time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to get a hold of Randy, to move him up or back if at all possible.
Right.
And dealing with 3 time zones, the confusion of, what time is it where, and then the delays, you email somebody, well, would it be possible for, well, anyway, by the time it all got back and forth, like by the time we got this email to call Eric,
we already had Randy on.
It was already past the time we were supposed to call.
Right.
And it was just nuts. But
God,
there was a scheduling issue, and I take total credit for that. And I did send Randy an apology this morning, and invited him back on the show, and I'm really, really hoping that he will do that. And he did respond. He is just so gracious,
I really felt really when I had. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was done playing his music set. He was doing the Q&A he likes to do at the end of every time he plays, and we had Eric standing by. We were already 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to call him. And I got to be honest with you guys. I wanted to have Eric on for sure. That was a great interview, and we'll talk about that next. But at the same time, I really felt sick to my stomach asking Randy to cut it short. God, I felt so bad.
I did too. We didn't know what to do.
We really didn't. We had no clue. We couldn't. This is the CEO of a nonprofit that we have a lot of respect for. That was coming on. It wasn't just one of his secretaries or somebody. This is Eric Klein himself.
And it was a very rare opportunity to get him on the show.
Extremely rare opportunity. So we couldn't just blow him off. And at the same time, we had Randy playing a phenomenal set, and I'm like, God, what do I? And Deb and I are frantically typing back and forth on Skype. What the hell do we do? And it just got to the point. I'm like, I said, let me just see when the moment feels right. That's all I could do. But I just, I do want it to be known. I felt absolutely horrible about that. I really wished that somehow. And Deb,
still do.
Deb, you take responsibility for it. It just happened. There was no way we could have helped
Yeah.
that set of circumstances. If it had gone the way that it was originally planned, it would have been perfect. Because then we would have
Well,
had
another
Randy closing out
problem
the
was
show.
that one of the emails she sent me, I didn't receive it till 2 hours later.
Right.
You know how sometimes Yahoo, you get stuff
Oh, God.